So I know this is not the actual videos I record, but I just wanted to do this because I saw Purger doing it. So basically, this is gameplay from this game called Zombie Tsunami that I love. It was one of my childhood games. Over Reddit stories, and without further ado, let's begin. And this is the gameplay supposed to entertain y'all while I read this. Sorry if you can't really understand me in some parts because being French is a disease that I unfortunately suffer from, and it's hereditary. So yeah. Am I the asshole for not letting my brother and sister-in-law use my Lexus when they come to visit New York? My brother, 30, and his wife, 28, are coming to visit. Since she's originally from New York, they're planning to drive all over the state to see her family and friends. And they're also going on a camping trip while they're here. A few months ago, they asked if they could borrow my 2006 Scion when they're here. I barely drive it anymore since I got the Lexus, so I said yeah, they could use it. The Scion is mechanically fine and drives like a tank. It just has some cosmetic damage after a deer hitting it. They got kind of hesitant after I joked that it was a beater though, even though they thought they were the ones, even though they were the ones who asked it first. About a month later, my sister-in-law asked if she could use if they could use the Lexus instead. I told her no, the Lexus is my daily driver, and I'm not comfortable letting it get driven all over the state on their trip. I also brought up that they wrecked and totaled multiple cars in the last 6 years, so I'd rather not risk it. My parents recently gifted me the Lexus and signed the title over. We actually drove it across the country to get hit here. I'm actually grateful that they did that for me. I know I'm not in a great financial spot yet. I spent 3 years as an intern working two jobs just to get by, and I've only started working my first time role in January. They didn't want me buying a car when they have ones they're not using, and I don't take any of that for granted. This is also the first car I've ever had in my name. The Lexus is way more reliable than the Scion, and I actually need it. New York roads are terrible, especially in the winter, and the AWD and suspension make a big difference. The Scion is FWD and it doesn't compare. Anyway, tonight we're on the usual Bible study, covering off my older sister. Before we started, I was ranting about how stressed I am this week with a bunch of new adult stuff that I've never had to deal with before, including getting the Lexus registered now that the title isn't in my name. My older sister goes, well, don't feel bad. They give you a free car too, actually. I was taken aback, but I didn't say anything at first. For the record, the Lexus is 16 years old with almost 200,000 miles, and my sister was the one who originally got the Scion for her parents when it was new. She drove it from high school through college and into her post-college years. It only came to me after she got into a deer accident and bought herself a new car. After my sister said that, my sister-in-law jumped in and agreed with her. Then asked her again if they could use the Lexus while my older sister was still on the call. I said no again, more bluntly this time. They both told me I was being rude. So I asked how. And they said it's the right thing to do. I told them that was a stupid reason, and the car is in my name now. It's not a family car anymore. I said they could still have the Scion if they wanted it, but the Lexus was a hard no. It got pretty awkward after that and kind of killed the vibe for the rest of the call. Am I the asshole? Yeah, normally these videos, the AI channels, which I am not an AI, I'm actually a person, they normally just read the story and don't even give anything about it, but I'll do. So I don't think you're the asshole in this. I think if the Lexus is your first car with your name on it, and that you have another car that you have another car that's not your Lexus, and that you use your Lexus every day to drive on horrible New York roads, especially in the winter, I think this is a bit of a overstep in using your Lexus, and like this is a overstep for them. I don't think you're the asshole. I think this is the others. And I think your reasoning is pretty accurate. For example, if I had a car that I drive with every day, and like suddenly my if I have a girlfriend, my girlfriend brother's telling me, "Oh, we're gonna drive all over France. We need to drive all over the country. Can I take your car?" I'm like, "No, you can't." Like for example, wait a second. Did they say something about their job or something? I think so, right? Yes, because yeah, yeah. Basically, they need it for driving. So, if they don't have it, yeah, I think they're not the asshole. Yeah. Next story. Am I the asshole for humiliating my ex's new girlfriend in front of a friend group? Posting from my inactive account because I have some friends looking on my main one. I, 22 female, broke up with my boyfriend, 24 male, around 8 months ago. We decided to mutually call it quits and parted in pretty good terms, which is good because we just so happened to share a friend group. After a rough patch, I started taking a bit more care of myself, eating better, going to the gym, going to therapy. The shift was pretty evident, both in my attitude and the way I look. My friends said I looked much happier and healthier, and I began getting confidence little by little. Now I am a huge nerd. I play D&D daily, weekly. I have thousands of hours in Stellaris, and most relevant to the story, I like to cosplay as a hobby. Most of my old cosplay involved characters that don't show their face or body too much. Hornet from Hollow Knight, Mono from Little Nightmares, etc. But since I've been feeling more confident, I decided that for the big con in my city, I would try to do something different. My friend convinced me of going as Viper and Chamber from Valorant. So for the past 6 months, we've been pouring most of our free time into the cosplays. 3 weeks ago, I sent a picture of me wearing the cosplay to a group chat, asking for feedback on the final details. My ex immediately DM'd me, asking me to please not wear the costume because it might make his new girlfriend uncomfortable. I asked what it would make her uncomfortable if he refused to elaborate. Red flag here. He's saying, "Oh, my girlfriend's not gonna like how you dress," and he's not even saying why. Why? Why? That's weird. That's weird from him. That's weird. Especially that who ended up with good terms and now he's just saying nothing. I knew he was dating someone new, but I didn't know she was coming with us to the con. I tried to explain to him that this was the work of months, and I couldn't just throw it away just because a girl I never met before felt uncomfortable about it. In the end, I wore it to the con. It was a huge success. I tried to keep my distance from the larger chunk of our group because my ex and his new girl were with them, but we did spend a good part of the day with them. Through the whole thing, the new girl kept making snide comments at me and laughing whenever I got asked to post for photos. Everyone looked uncomfortable, but nobody said anything. After leaving to the con to have dinner, though, another friend has the new girl. She wouldn't like to try cosplay as well. Her answer was, "Why would I need more attention from guys? I already have a boyfriend. I'm not a slut." Whoa, 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 whoa. Referee. That's weird. For example, if I was a woman and I had a boyfriend, cosplaying is not for sluts. It's not. It's not. It shows that you appreciate culture. For example, if I like a character from Valorant, like for example, what's the girl that speaks French? That girl, yeah. If I go to dress like her, and the new girlfriend of my ex is saying, "I'm not gonna dress like this. I would be seen as a slut." And like, okay, calm down. I snapped and told her to stop acting like a pick-me bitch just because I got I got attention all day. She started to cry immediately. I'm not imitating her. I'm imitating her because this is funny as fuck. She's telling me bad things. No. Oh. Yeah, she's acting like a picnic. That's facts. She's acting like that. And you probably what I'm reading, you're not the asshole for telling her what you think, and what I think is what you think, and you're not the asshole yet. So, especially that's really immature. It's like crying at just the slightest, not drama, but slightest comeback, slightest reply. Plus, she made snide comments at her. She made slight comments. So she started it, and now she's acting like she started it. Probably she's gonna do that, but I didn't read the rest of the story yet. My ex steps in, asking me to apologize. I tell him I won't do her if she apologizes for the way she's been acting around me all day. More and more of our friends start to join the screaming match, and it gets so bad we end up getting kicked out of the restaurant. It's been 5 days, and my ex is threatening to leave the friend group if I don't apologize. I honestly wouldn't care if he did, but some of our friends are asking me to do so to stop him from leaving. Should I cave? Am I the asshole? No. It's your boyfriend and it's your ex and his new girl. They're the assholes. You did what you needed to, which was rightfully call her out on her BS, and you did call her out on the BS, and you did do what you were supposed to do, and I would have done exactly right like you. You shouldn't apologize, especially if she was acting snidely at you. But as soon as you responded to her in the exact, not like the exact same comment, she started crying. That's pretty hypocritical of her. And I think that she and her boyfriend are the assholes and not you. So yeah, next story. Am I the asshole for taking my daughter's vape and yelling at her because of her vaping? No. Literally, the fucking title is making me. I am pretty anti-smoking. I don't like smoking. I vaped once. I took a puff once. I hated it. It sucked. And I took twice. I did twice because it was sugary and shit. I never did it again. It's completely right for you to do that. And my daughter is 15. Come on, at 15 years old, you shouldn't fucking vape. You should fucking worry about your grades, not your Fun fact, I'm 15, so I'm literally her age. She's like vaping and shit. Already you're completely right to do so, you're not the asshole. So I found out yesterday that my daughter has been vaping for about 3 years! From my knowledge, 3 years. Whoa. Didn't you try to do anything before that? Even though you fucking found out and shit? We cleared a room, I found a hidden vape. Obviously, I was absolutely pissed, of course. I would be too. So when my daughter came back, my ear her, of course, that would have been the whole interaction. She didn't go and hide in the room crying. Your daughter reminds me of my sister. As soon as we get confrontational with her about what she's been doing, she goes in the room, starts crying like this. No, this isn't justice. Exactly like her. Oh my god. Is your daughter my sister or something? No, my sister's 14. That's impossible. But I'm just laughing at this. This is completely the right. I'm going back to the story. This is a completely right reaction. I would have totally did that, and I'm sure 99% of parents would have absolutely did that. Just saying that it's wrong and you shouldn't have done that. I don't know how she has known for 3 years though. Or he. I don't know. I told my mom about the situation, and let's just say she was not happy. She thinks I should have been gentle and left the vape where I found it and talked to her about the danger of drugs. Kids, I don't know if this is the whole picture of vaping, but most kids and my parents, especially my mom, found smoking like a cool thing. Like it's cool in front of your friends, in front of the other sex. Smoking is cool at that time, and still, at the time, every time it was cigarettes, now it's vapes. It's the exact same thing. You just do that to be cool. About the dangers of drugs. The dangers of drugs. I'm not sure. I don't think cigarettes are drugs. Not all. I'm actually fact checking. Cigarettes are not drugs. They're tobacco. They're like cigars. Cigars is not a drug. For me, a drug is weed, cocaine, codeine, all that shit is drugs. And cigarettes are not. The argument got pretty heated over the phone, but I hung up. I just feel like my daughter should not have one more second where a drug and an offense like this should not be taken lightly. It's illegal, for God's sake. Is vaping illegal in their place? I don't know. Yeah, but it's completely the way. Right now, 3 for 3, all of them are not the assholes. I think there's no asshole in this story. It's probably just vaping in general that's the asshole. But yeah, I do completely right thing. If I was a parent, I would do the exact same thing if my son or daughter started smoking like this, especially for 3 years. End of story. Next one. Am I the asshole for firing my sister? Perfect title. My wife and I have young children, so we relied on the help of a cleaner since our eldest was born. A cleaner? Oh yeah. When my mom, she's not my mom, she's like a nanny. That's her job. It's not technically my mom, because my mom is dead. Sorry. I'm not gonna get personal, she's dead, but my actual, not biological mom has a nanny. She has 4 kids. She had like 1.4 kids, and she still cleaned the house every day. She still had a cleaner, but she still cleaned the house. I know children are tough, but using a cleaner is weird, but this is not about the story, so yeah. The cleaner we were using charged 16 quid an hour, and it did a good job. We paid for 3 hours per week, I'm calculating. So it's 48 hours per week. Yep. Plus this isn't Britain. Nice. I made the asshole story that's not actually in America. Fucking finally, bruh. My sister has been a commercial cleaner for a hotel for a number of years and decided to start her own cleaning business. She was friends with the cleaner we were using, so the way we found her out, this business was for us. My sister told us she'd spoken to our current cleaner and agreed she would take over our house. I thought this was a bit weird, but whatever, as long as our house was clean, I didn't care too much. After a few weeks, he made an off-handed comment about the payment. It's 40, I don't believe it was, it's 48 quid, but you can pay whatever you think it's worth, maybe 72 or something. Okay, you want more money? Then go suck a dick. Yeah, $48, 48 quid is a lot, right? It's a quid stronger than a euro. I'm not scoring anything, but 48 quid is already a lot for a week. And that's 40 weeks. Again, I thought this was weird. I just ignored it and paid the 48 quid. She called me upset and said that starting a business is hard and her time is worth at least 24 quid an hour, and I should pay her that for at least the most recent cleaning, preferably for all of them. Whoa, your sister's a bitch. Whoa. Oh, sorry, YouTube. I didn't mean to call her a bitch, but still, that's weird. That's insanely strange. I'll say, if you find this weird, just fucking call her out on it. I told them I'm open to discussing pricing for future claims, but don't think it's reasonable to retroactively change your price. Her arguments were reasonable. There are costs to running a business that she hasn't considered. She's struggling to find other clients, and it wound me up because we were happy with our previous arrangement with the cleaner. We was happy for years, and it felt like a bait and switch. After back and forth, I offered by 20 quid an hour. Oh yeah, it's 20 quid an hour. I'm stupid. I thought it was 48 quid an hour. I'm stupid. 20 quid an hour moving forward. But refused to be retrospectively pay her for more than we previously agreed. She countered that she'd accept 20 quid an hour as a family favor if I backdated it across the clean she'd done so far. As a family favor. Get me wrong, because I never asked for a favor. I hadn't even asked her to take over from our previous cleaner. I said I decided it was a good idea to mix family and business, and so it's better if we leave it there. I found a new cleaner for 18 quid an hour and privately decided never to involve money in family again. Since then, I've always had other family members, especially our mom, telling me I'm tight, I'm unreasonable, that the money means more to her than it does to me. Ah, your mother's weird. Okay. To the point that I've got low contact with the entire side of the family. I'm confident that I'm in the right, but I'm wondering if it was wrong to stand on principle at the cost of family relationship over ability to some small amount. I just couldn't get over the entire impression of comfortableness of the entire situation. So am I the asshole? I'm just starting. I mean, she let off. If she is entitled, if if she put pressure on you to raise it 24, you raise it to 20, she should be happy that it's 20 and that she even got a fucking raise. And she's like, raise it to 24 quid. Oh my god, like fucking hell. Bloody hell. Oh no, I'm not doing the British shit. You're not the asshole with your sister. Yeah, last story, I'm sorry that this was a bit long. But I'm trying to please people by reading stories like a dumbass and having my own entitled opinions on shit. So, goodbye, guys, and see you on the dark side. And I have a migraine, so I'm probably gonna be sick. Yeah, I fired myself in doing this video is pretty awkward.